And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
I do what I have to do, augmented or not.
You seem very pragmatic, Adam. Maybe you should be careful not to trivialize such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. You're not the same, Adam. And we've yet to see if it's for better or worse. But I know you loved Megan. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
Is there a problem, sir?
Have you found anything?
Mr. Jensen, is it true that the leader of the terrorist...
I don't really have anything against it. I just think it's disgusting.
Tell me something.
Grafting
How could
animals
anyone
into
just...
You don't need to take drugs for the rest of your life when you have a tattoo.
Well, I think what you do to your body is up to you.
You believe it? We had the place surrounded, and we were ordered to hang back. Since when do we take orders from David Sarif? Maybe there was some hazardous material they were worried about. More like there was something illegal in there that they wanted the rent-a-cop to get rid of. We should have let that guy in. I thought Jensen did okay.
Thanks for at least talking to me. Most people just walk on by like I'm invisible. They've made it practically illegal to be poor in this city. Imagine William Taggart right here in Detroit.
I can't believe this whole hostage thing. Terrorists. It's on our own soil?
I know, and that guy Taggart claims he has no connection. I don't believe that.
The biomod industry is going to tear this city apart. Mark my words.
Damn it. My Wi-Fi.
I ain't got nothing for you. Check with the man. And keep your hands where I can see them.
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips. Always a pleasure.
No offense,
I ain't no guinea pig.
but I wouldn't get in hand.
Hook me up with some real tight. What you need, player?
Yo, you look like the man who knows where to
where you
find
can
that
cop
good
some
shit. Upgrades, weapon.
Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. Those Ugg lovers get in my face now, I'm ready to pop.
Grayson? Where he at these days?
Yo, where you been, man? He been running shit through that abandoned gas station.
Hello there. Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists it felt like being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Anything else worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in a storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please, don't bother coming back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
How did you get assigned to this case?
I didn't push for it, if that's what you mean. To be honest, I didn't want to get involved.
Why not?
I was an honest cop, Jensen. I always tried to conduct myself in accordance with the law, with procedures, and what I believed was right. Not really the standard MO for a case like this.
You said an outside agency may have tampered with a storage locker. What did you mean by that?
Well, I've heard that government agents may have locked up some of the more sensitive evidence in a safe inside the locker.
Come on, Chase. What are you not telling me?
Damn it! Okay, listen. I snooped around that locker before and found the safe code. But I kinda got caught by one of those guys. He knows I know, Jensen. If I give you the code, they'll know I talked. Call me negative, but I can't think of a nice outcome to that.
Why retire from the force only to become a security guard? I mean, it looks like you still love the work.
I love the idea of being a cop. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to join the force. But I just got fed up. It's not like I had imagined it. It's a job. Some people are good at it, while others just don't care. And it shows. This case, the Seraph case, it was just the last drop in a cup already full.
That's all I need for now.
Welcome. I'm glad you came. I can never properly repay you for what you did, of course, but I would like to help out any way I can.
What'd you have in mind?
There's a gentleman named Sarah who works in the area. His business causes him to move around quite a bit, but at the moment he's occupying an apartment in a building on Earl's Court. If you mention my name, he'll give you a discount on his wares. He deals in, well, He's a gun runner.
How does a guy like you know someone like that?
Growing up in my old neighborhood, you learn pretty quick to cultivate certain types of relationships. You'll remember his name, won't you? Syrah, like the painter.
I can never thank you enough for what you did.
Try not to start any trouble.
I heard they want to give David Seraph the key to the city. Something about the city's rebirth.
These limb riots are being organized by the government. They want an excuse to exact martial law and split this country up.
Keep it down, pal. People are on the edge right now, and we don't want any more trouble.
What will you say when you're kidnapped by a bunch of augmented soldiers and put in a concentration camp?
Haven't put much thought into it, okay?
Haven't you heard of REX-84? FEMA is setting up camps right here in Detroit.
Yeah, Stevie Y is actually...
Is there a problem, sir?
You can't walk a block in this city without some loser asking.
Beat it, loser.
Take a hike.
Don't worry, it's already over.
You serious? You gonna... You better not go there, man. Unless you want to get hurt. You better not go there, man. unless you want to get hurt.
Hey,
You
anyone
don't want
there?
to get no closer, Og. Keep out of this, Hansa. Get lost.
What the hell?
Shit, where is he?
Sorry, bud. The protest broke up hours ago. There's nothing to see here anymore.
Ah, Mr. Jensen. David Seraph told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be on neuropozyne shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrodes seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Seraph did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Seraph want?
He feels that you might be ready to speed up the activation process using special software known as Praxis kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore?
You can, if you prefer. But Mr. Seraph did make a generous donation to LIM in your name, thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuro enhancements would always be available to you and you alone. Please, take a look.
Dr. LeBlanc, code blue. Dr. LeBlanc, code blue.
Very well, Mr. Jensen. Use it in good health.
We're very lucky.
You
to
were
have
around
Dr.
for that
Mark
protest earlier?
She could have gotten a
I
job
wasn't
in
sure I'd be able to get in
practice
here, and I'm
anywhere in the
overdue
world.
for my neuropazine.
Have you changed? As you wish.
You've got to look at augmentation surgery as an investment.
Dr. Teasdale to X-ray. Dr. Teasdale to X-ray.
was it? No, I haven't had a chance to yet.
Dr. Chechery, call 217. Dr. Chechery, call 217.
Did you hear about the protest? If we listened to them, we'd be living in the dark ages.
I've never been under anesthesia before. Is it true they stop your heart and the machine does your breathing?
More or less. I know it sounds a little hair-raising, but we do it every day, several times over. It's a very safe procedure.
Will I feel any pain or anything?
It gets done through your IV needle. You'll be asked to count backwards, and the next thing you know, you'll be opening your eyes and the procedure will be over.
Wow. Will I dream?
Not while you're under, but you might afterward as you wake up. If you're here for some work, please go to the counter. My first surgery. It's expensive.
Protesting is not against the law.
I know that, officer. But some of those guys were carrying tire irons and setting garbage cans on fire.
And those
People
were the
see
ones we
conspiracies
arrested.
everywhere. They're saying that Lim's
Adam, are you finished at the clinic?
For now.
Good. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's gotta be another entrance in the side of the building.
Access granted.
I'm good with it because I understand the reality of living in a slave state. You can bet they'll keep trying to shut us down, but I won't stop, followers. I will not stop until there is a full-scale revolt in progress. You hear what I'm saying, people? You okay, Steve? Good.
My Wi-Fi's out, and I need to check the sports scores right away. Wish I could afford one of those cranial jobs.
That's a pretty lame come on, hun. Especially since I just know this humidity is ruining my hair.
Any idea what they're calling for weather-wise?
Have you seen the news lately? Why did you do it? Need all types in this city.
I don't mean to judge.
Is there a problem,
but
sir?
I know people who choose to augment them. Had some work done?
Wish I could afford first-rate stuff like that.
Oh, man. What's up, dude? You lost or something? Oh, man. Eliza is so hot.
I love Detroit. There's no place like it.
Fucking Motor City bangers. Who they think they are? The sewers was our turf. The whole sewers. Except near the cop shop. Blues made sure nobody hung around there. There was an entrance led directly to the precinct basement. Don't make much sense to me, but it was pretty secured. Maybe they were smuggling shit in there. Crooked bastards. There was an entrance led directly to the precinct basement.
You look like the
Don't
kind
make
of guy
much
who know how
sense
to
to
lay
me,
his
but it was
hands on
pretty
some
secured.
explosives.
Maybe they
You know,
were smuggling shit
hush,
in there.
hush.
Crooked
Heard the mob is
bastards.
stashing stuff down in the sewers. It's like that story, the cask of armadillo, or whatever. You know, they seal it up in the walls, man. You hear that shit?
You hear what Lazarus been saying? This country's falling apart, man. States are looking to leave the Union. You hear what Lazarus been saying?
What are you,
This
a
country's
goddamn
falling
super
apart,
soldier or
man.
something? I
States
heard
are looking
about
to
them on the
leave the
radio.
Union.
Lazarus is the shit. Not like that Eliza bitch. Yo, someone there?
Take him out!
What the fuck is that?
I'm sick of it, man.
I get hassled by the
This city is one big gutter.
I'm thinking about getting my pit bull augmented. Get him some cyber paws, cyber fangs and shit. Throw him in the ring.
Copyright.
Yeah, copyright. Let's copyright that shit.
Darwin takes when I got the right to get enhanced? No. Dude, even if I did, but how the hell am I gonna afford that drug? Neuropuphacy. Crap. Whatever. Gotta pay up the ass for that one.
Get him some cyber paws, cyber fangs and shit. Throw him in the ring.
Detroit is gonna be one giant breadline.
That's what I've been saying. David Seraph ain't saying this shit. Put it into the hat.
Access denied.
This city is one big gutter.
Access granted. Access granted.
Yo, Kendall! I know you're here, man!
Access granted.
the media speculation surrounding that hostage situation in Detroit has just blown through the roof, thanks to the arrival of William Taylor, celebrity author and founder of the anti-augmentation organization Humanity Front. Speaking from the tarmac at Wayne County Airport, Taggart called the attacks
an extremely regrettable affair. I'd very much like to meet with David Seraph in person to offer my deepest sympathies and assure him that these attacks are in no way linked.
Should that day ever come to pass, one cannot help but wonder if millionaire Hugh Darrow, the man whose innovations first propelled augmentation technology to the forefront, will also be present. So far, Mr. Darrow... Back again to Detroit, where a handful of people were taken into custody this evening, following yet another anti-augmentation demonstration. This time, patients attempting to access the
Access granted.
clinic found their route blocked by supporters of the Humanity Front movement. The pro-human organization had received permission to gather and protest earlier in the week, but police decided to shut down the legal rally prematurely and closed the Broadview Tunnel. Perhaps they feared what might happen once the hostage situation at Seraph Industries resolved. Regardless, several violent skirmishes did break out, but no serious injuries were reported. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. All the media speculation surrounding that hostage situation in Detroit has just blown through the roof, thanks to the arrival of William Taggart, celebrity author and founder of the anti-augmentation.
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Yo, Kendall! I know you're here, man! What? You think you can just cut me off? Come on, man! I need my new...
Jensen? What are you doing here?
I think you know why I'm here, Tyndall. I want Corella's security footage back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm Seraph Industries' chief of security. I'm pretty sure I can find out about an edited security tape, so don't bullshit me.
Ah, shit. Listen, Jensen, I never wanted things to get this bad. I'm not a bad guy. I feel for Corella, I really do. But sometimes, for a good cause, you have to get your hands dirty.
Oh, there's a good cause now?
Oh, I see. You think I'm selling the stuff, right? I understand why this would seem like an obvious motive, especially to an ex-cop. But trust me, you shouldn't always take things at face value. I'm not selling the neuropazine, I'm giving it away.
Giving it away? To who?
To the people who need it. You think everyone gets augmented by choice? No. Shit happens. And then what? You're saddled with neuropazine injections for the rest of your life, and that shit costs money. But what choice do you have? Without the drug, you'll die. Rejection syndrome, crippling pain, that just ain't right. So I did the only decent thing to do. I stepped up.
I can respect that. But blackmail is still blackmail. Corella wants out, and I'm here to make sure he gets out.
Man, this whole thing is becoming way too much trouble. I've even got 2 local pushers on my back because they say my philanthropic actions are undercutting their profit.
That's not your only problem. A gun-toting client was waiting for you in your apartment earlier.
Really? In my apartment? Shit, the dealers probably sent him. Tell you what, I'll deal with the client later. You take care of the dealers, and the footage is yours.
Okay, I'll help you out. But you better not be playing me.
You give me way too much credit, Jensen. I'm a security tech, not a hardened mobster. The 2 pushers go by the name PG and BK. They hang out in the alley near the basketball court. Just make sure they never bother me again.
You're asking me to kill them.
Well, that's a bit drastic, isn't it? But it's your call, as long as you leave me alone. The important thing is you need to take care of both of them.
What'll it be? See you soon. How many? Be sure.
You trying to scare me, Skinner? Because you don't. Without them Augs, you nothing. Nothing.
Look, I told you. If you want me to give you that security footage, you're going to have to get those pushers off my ass first.
I've taken care of the dealers. Now hand over the footage.
Thanks, Jensen. Listen, I know it's not something you did from the bottom of your heart, but still, you saved my ass. Here's your footage.
Listen, Tyndall, I know you're trying to do the right thing. But we have to do things by the book, or we'll just have chaos. I'll put you in contact with someone inside Seraph Industries. They may be able to get you neuropozyne for those who need it.
Seriously? You'd really do that? Wow. I never would have expected this from you, Jensen. I really appreciate this. Tell Corell I'm sorry.
Did you get it yet? Adam, please. You have to get that security footage back.
I got the footage. You owe me one, Tim.
Yeah, you got that right, Jensen. I mean, thank you so much. This is my life I just got back. Here, there's the weapon mod, as promised.
Listen, I know you were trying to do a good thing, and I respect that. But you should do it through proper channels. Next time you might not get this lucky.
Yeah, you're right, Adam. I know you're right. Listen, thanks again.
What'll... Always... People been saying odds equal progress. Look at me.
Access granted.
I hope you ain't here looking for trouble, my friend. That would be a mistake you don't want to make.
You hear what Lazarus been saying? This country's falling apart, man. States are looking to leave the Union.
Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information Network.
What's all the fuss about this augmentation
William
technology?
Taggart.
What you got in that head of yours? An intelligence chip? You're gonna steal some poor natural's job?
You're a very lucky man to be able to afford all those augmentations.
People see conspiracies everywhere. They're saying that Lim's personal catalogs.
The
mean some
biomod
people get
industry is going to tear
preferential
this city
No
apart.
offense,
Mark my
but
word.
if it were up to me, this place would have it
treatment.
all.
Before you
Deeper
ask,
sympathies
no,
and
your
assure
mirror
him that
has
these
not been
attacks
replaced,
are
Mr.
in
Jensen.
no way linked to Humanity Front. My people have worked tirelessly to find a peaceful solution to this dispute, and I unequivocally deplore the methods used by these hostage takers. Now, that being
have
said,
that sense of
I do hope the
entitlement
UN
about them.
takes a
Like,
concentrated
because
look
they
at
have
what
money
happened here
and can
tonight.
enhance
Mr.
themselves.
Taggart went on
They
to
can do
express
whatever
a
they want.
sincere desire to stand in front of the General Assembly with David Seraph, united in their cause to find a common ground. Should that day ever come to pass, one cannot help but wonder if millionaire Hugh Darrow, the man whose innovations first propelled augmentation technology
Today
to the
I've had to
forefront,
deal with petty
will also be
vandalism,
present.
unreasonable demands from corporate
far,
clients,
Mr. Darrow
and a
has refused
variety of
our
other
repeated
pressing problems. So facilitating your group...
Mr. Jensen, I fixed up your apartment real nice. That special request you asked for works like a charm.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen. Surrounding that hostage situation in Detroit has just blown thanks to the arrival of the author and founder of the anti-augmentation organization, Humanity Front. Speaking from the tarmac at Wayne County Airport, Taggart called the attacks
An extremely regrettable affair. I'd very much like to meet with David Seraph in person to offer my deepest sympathies and...
gather in protest earlier in the week, but police decided to shut down the legal rally prematurely and closed the Broadview Tunnel. Perhaps they feared what might happen once the situation at Seraph Industries resolved.
Access granted.
Humanity Front. Speaking from the tarmac at Wayne County Airport, Taggart called the attacks
An extremely regrettable affair. I'd very much like to meet with David Seraph in person to offer my deepest sympathies and assure him that these attacks are...
Re-establishing security system. See you soon, Mr. Jensen.
See you later.
Before you ask, no.
Thanks for
I ain't no guinea
at least
pig.
talking to me.
Ain't no
Most
way I
people
was
just
getting
walk
off
on
just
by
to keep
like
my
I'm
job. I ain't no guinea pig.
They've made it practically.
Turn around, Hawk. This doesn't concern you. No closer, Og. Come on! Come on! I ain't gonna say it again! Get out of here!